Good evening. It's Tuesday, May 9th, 6 p.m. This is the Raymore Arts Commission meeting, and it's called to order. Can I get a roll call, please?
Commissioner Young.
Here.
Commissioner Jones.
Here.
Commissioner Berry.
Here.
Oh, sorry. Commissioner Robert Berry.
Here.
Commissioner Jessica Berry.
Here.
Commissioner Crumweedy.
Here.
Commissioner Setzer.
Present.
Okay, now can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, and I see doesn't look like we have any public comments ready to come up, so let's go straight to presentations, and we'll start with committee updates. Can we have the Public Arts Committee? That'll be me. And the only thing we have to talk about is the fantastic installation that we did of the most recent temporary art, the rotating art. The third piece got put in. Was this last week? What time, Melissa?
It was 2 Fridays ago.
2 Fridays ago, okay. Looks gorgeous. It's right where we want it. I'd like to thank some of our members for showing up and applying the muscle, helping us getting it in place. And it looks great. If you have a chance, if you haven't had a chance to see it yet, please stop by. It's on Fox Ridge all the way down close to Lucy Webb. It's on the east side, so take a look. The name's escaping me. What's it called, Melissa?
Sweet Pops of Brilliance.
Sweet Pops of Brilliance. Yes, please go take a look. And that's really all we have for the Public Arts Committee. Now on to the staff report.
Thank you. Bob is going to be, he is designing the 2023 passport booklets. I gave him all of the files and things he needed yesterday and all of the information. So our 2023 concerts are set, starting with June 6th is the opening day of the Raymore Farmers Market. We will have, the Arts Commission will be sponsoring live music at that event, probably from either 4:30 to 6:30 or 5 to 7, but we'll have Alex Sons. He has a really great voice, and then he will probably bring a drummer, so it'll just be nice. The farmers market is moving to the backyard of Centerview and the parking lot, so that everything will be a little more compact, and we won't have to block off the street anymore. So then the entertainment will be on the back patio, and that also opens up, chairs and tables for people that are eating from the food trucks or whatever will be there. So the entertainment will also be in the shade, which will be nice for them, because I know that we've had some hot artists in the past, but we'll get into it a little bit really, but they're not going to do entertainment every week at the farmers market, or it won't be musical. It'll be maybe some other activities and things, because now they can have the yard games and all of that set up pretty often. I don't know if they're going to do it every week, but so the Arts Commission will not be asked to contribute $1,000 toward their entertainment for the year. So we'll talk about that later. But anyway, so that's what our first event will be. And then that Saturday is Summer Scene. I will need all hands on deck. That's June 10th. Please put that on your calendar. And for that, we have confirmed we'll have all of the Irish and Celtic entertainment that will last you probably a lifetime. So. And then we're giving away, I should have brought them, we're giving away we'll have an art contest right at the very beginning. If you guys saw on Facebook, we'll give away the colored pencil sets and sketch pads, and then we'll have some other things for the younger children that might be a little too young for the colored pencils as well. So I've done a lot of purchasing. Almost everything is planned. I'm still waiting to hear back from the Instrument Petting Zoo. And really, if you guys nobody gave me an input on food. Okay. I think Steve Rillo is willing to grill again if we want to go that route with just concession foods. But let me know so that I can let them know, so that they'll be able to staff that concession stand up. And I think that is all I have for right now.
Okay, any questions or comments? Yes.
What kind of concession food do they normally serve?
So it's just, I mean, last year I think they did burgers and hot dogs and like chips and maybe some frozen fruit pops or ice cream cones or something like that. So it is kind of limited. It's just kind of what you would maybe see at the sports concessions, but a little bit pared down. So if you would rather have a food truck, I need to start reaching out ASAP. So please do let me know what you think on that.
Do you want to talk about food truck right now, guys? We can.
I mean, I don't have any initial thoughts. I mean, it's a truncated menu option for sure, but I also know that the heat can make people not so hungry as well, and so it's kind of a tough call, to whether you bring out more food, more options, because are people really going to eat and such? So I'll think about it and I'll email the group tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. If you email them tomorrow, and if we did do a food truck, it could just be one, but it would kind of need to. It doesn't necessarily have to have any more variety, I guess, than what we would offer at the concession stand. But yeah, if it was, I think we would only do maybe one food truck or maybe one savory and maybe like the icy or ice cream or something truck if it's going to be really hot out. But just, so yeah, maybe 2 food trucks if you do want to go the food truck route. But I know that their schedules are booked out pretty far out. So I would need you guys to give me direction like tomorrow.
Okay.
Are there more options available from a concession standpoint?
I would say they're probably more limited from a concession standpoint, but it is like the basics.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Yeah, go ahead.
I think one thing we could consider too is if we did the concession stand, we could even, if we weren't having food trucks, we could almost be like, hey, pack your cooler and come, spend the evening. There's, picnic tables, whatever.
Have a picnic.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. But also the thought being, sometimes it's 105 degrees and nobody wants to eat anything anyway.
Exactly. And I think that's where, why we went to tour the concession stand is last year was that in the past we haven't had the best, we really haven't had the greatest success with average food trucks, which is why we kind of brought in, like the kettle corn and the cotton candy and like the smaller snacky stuff. And remember this year we are cutting the event down by 1 hour. So we're still starting at the same time at 5, but we are ending at 9. So that's a little bit shorter time period, which maybe that's better for a food truck.
And we still have is this a wine tent or what is that?
The wine slushies, and they'll have canned like beer and seltzers.
Good.
Yes,
Okay.
we will have those refreshing items available.
Great. Any other questions? Actually, I do have a question myself. And let's see. It was about the farmers market. Now, you say this is they're moving it. Are they trying to take advantage of that little boardwalk area?
Well, I think that
Or is that a little too far down?
there were some concerns with closing the road and people saying that all the vendor spaces were very far apart and they had to walk half the circle to get to them. So I think by moving it to the parking lot and that along the sidewalk in the backyard of Centerview, they're saving. First of all, we make no money. We lose money on the farmers market. We don't do it for profit. So they will be able to have one less staff person that will have to be there managing everything because it'll be a more compact area.
Sure.
And they won't have to worry about people directing parking. We are taking away the parking at Centerview, but there's still the field that's large and then parking all around the circle and City Hall parking lots.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Now, what's next? Can you scroll down for me, Melissa, please? Thanks. All right. So we're now to the consent agenda. Now, we have 2 of them today?
Yes, I had failed to get you the January meeting minutes at our February meeting, so they are included in this one.
All right, so we need a vote for approval for the consent agendas for January 10th and then also for the minutes of March 14th.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? And that's everyone. Thank you. Now, Melissa, Is it okay to do both of them at the same time? Okay, just want to make sure. Now to unfinished business, we don't have any. We have new business, a budget amendment. Melissa, I want to hand it over to you.
Okay, so as you know, your budget is loose. We can move things around anytime, but I thought that since I was fairly certain there would be no more opportunities for professional development the rest of the year, I really don't think there will be, that it would be okay to move that $250 that was left from there toward our performance art line item or area. And then with the being not responsible for giving $1,000 to the Parks Department or for the Farmers Market Entertainment this year, I thought that we could also move that into underneath that heading. Now, we do have, if you see the budget I sent you, which I think I'm missing a page and maybe I forgot to attach the previous. But anyway, if we do have a little bit of, I think we'll have a little bit of extra area in there. And I'm sorry, I don't know if this is the new one that I did with the updated numbers or not that's included in your packet. I could have messed that up. But anyway, it does leave a little bit of an extra buffer, but that could be used for like running ads or the marketing, or if we do a giveaway or something special at any of these shows, gives us just a little bit of a cushion, and then we can always reallocate that to a different part of the budget. But I thought that while I knew that it was not going to be used as intended, the way that it's in the budget now, we could just go ahead and move it under a different heading. So that's a total of $1,250 that would be moved
Okay.
to our performance art.
Okay, great. Any questions or comments about that? No? Okay. Oh, I do have a question, and it starts with the farmers market, of course. Do you need us there? Do you need us at a table handing out passports and something?
Yes, that
Okay.
will be the first day we'll be giving out the passports.
Right.
So I do need a couple people that are willing to do that. And then tomorrow I will email everybody the concert schedule so that we can all have some signups.
You are reading my mind. That's
Yes.
exactly what I was going to bring up.
And you'll know that we're doing, I want to say fewer, but I don't really know that it's fewer shows. We're doing 3 shows only out at the amphitheater, and then we have 2 shows inside Centerview with the Sounds of South Kansas City Community Band, and then we have Summer Scene and the Farmers Market. So it's a pretty easy schedule. Our final show in September is 1 hour earlier just because it gets dark earlier and it's football season and everything. So, but yeah, it's a pretty easy schedule, and the shows are on Friday nights at the amphitheater this year, so we're going to try that. Thank you, Commissioner Young. We're going to try that and see how it goes.
Okay.
But the Sounds of South Kansas City are still up Thursday nights at Centerview.
Okay. Well, thank you. And yes, we'll be looking for that, and we'll definitely get our names on there and circle the concerts that we'll attend or hand out. And yeah, I had mentioned this to Melissa a little bit, but I want to be a little more aggressive if we can. Just don't hesitate to grab a batch and walk through the rows there and say, here you go, you got one of these, you got one of these, here you go. And just get it in their face, at least the first few concerts at
And the
amphitheater.
booklets will be slightly larger this year, so maybe
Yeah.
they'll be more prominent. Maybe not as easy to fit in your pocket,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
Okay, thank you. Well, I think that takes us to the end here. I think we're at commissioner comments.
I think you need
You need
to
a
vote.
motion.
Wait just a second, what was I talking about? So this is a motion for the budget amendment. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor? We are all there, thank you. Now we can talk about commissioner comments. Let's start all the way here at the end, Cole.
No comments tonight.
Oh, okay. Lauren?
No comment. Melissa, thank you for everything. Team, thanks for all your work you've been putting in. So other than that, nothing.
Okay. Jessica?
No comment?
Okay, Randy?
Yeah, just thank you, Melissa, for everything. We appreciate you.
Pat?
Sounds of South Kansas City is getting organized. They'll start practicing in a couple of weeks. They'll have some guest conductors, and they'll be ready to go.
Excellent. All right, and yeah, everybody check your email. You will see some, maybe some food truck ideas, or just going straight to what is it? What are the burgers and fries, or what is that called? The concessions. Yeah, we'll be using the concessions. Also, get your name on those concerts you want to go to, and even if you're not working it, stop by and see them. They're pretty cool. That's about it. That's all I've got to say. Melissa, thanks again for all your hard work, and I'll now take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? That's everybody. Thank you. We are adjourned.